I once ate a pizza that had more spice on it than pizza base. I have found people that enjoy this sort of incredible stupidity or madness. It's a show called Why Would You Eat That? And they take the weirdest ingredients, scorpions, prison wire, fermented shark meat, and they make their crew eat them. Like me, these guys are pretty nuts, but they are pretty cool too. Check them out at the annotation down there, and subscribe if you like that sort of thing. It's an excuse to leave them a comment to make them eat the most horrible things possible that you want to see them eat. Right, welcome back everybody. Where were we last time? Got to put my research information back there. This part you should hopefully not see the top left corner, all that horrible mass of frame rates and file sizes and all that sort of malarkey. If you do, I'm probably going to look pretty silly, but no, we look alright this far. Okay. So we found Washington. I have no idea where he is. Can we accept embassies with him yet? No, because he doesn't have writing. We can accept embassies, however, with Rakameng, and he is there, so he's quite close. Rakameng will try and benefit from the fact that he gets bonuses off city-states. So like Prague, for example, is a cultural city-state. He'll get more culture off them than anybody else if he befriended them. I'm trying to see if there's anything else around him that's particularly of note. Not that I've seen. Mombassa's got that silk. There's citrus down there, which he'll probably go for in a fight with Spain. Not too sure yet. I'll definitely get down here, I would have thought. There's quite a good city location here as well, but again we're getting close to Stockholm. I imagine at some point we'll have to try and take Stockholm out, just because of where he is, and the land above us is so blisteringly awful. And that's how the US met us. He found our borders. 24 turns to go until the Great Library is built, so not too much further to go. It's actually taking a long time compared to normal. I'm going to fortify until healed in Antwerp, because I will heal more HP there, because they are friendly with me. You heal 10 HP normally if you're out in the middle of nowhere and you fortify. You get 20 if you're in a city that's friendly, whether it be your own or a city-state. And I believe you get 25 if you're in a city of your own. Obviously you can't go into another city because, well, for obvious reasons. It looks like you're trying to sack them. So we've met all the empires in this game. Do we know where they all are yet? We don't know yet where Denmark is, and we don't know yet where Washington is. But we know where most of them are. I'm going to quickly check actually if either of them have the ability to accept embassies. Not yet. That means by default that two of the empires can't be competing with me on the Great Library, because you can't build the Great Library without having writing. And we can now found a Parthenon, and that is fantastic news. I'm not expecting you to read all of this list, but basically a Parthenon is just like it's basically a baby version of a religion. It's just a belief more than anything else in something, usually a god or a goddess. Let's not be sexist. Well, our land has tundra in it, so you could go for a Parthenon that boosts tundra production. You could go for a river one, because we've got a lot of river potential here. Let's see what we can get. I could have the God of Craftsmen. That's good generally across the board. Dance of the Aurora is the tundra one, so all tundra tiles get a faith point added on. I'm not going to want God of the Sea, obviously, because I'm not surrounded by any massive water. Ooh, it's quite a difficult choice, because furs create a camp, I think. So you could get a hunt there, but cows produce pastures, so you can get a culture point off them if you want, but I'm not enticed massively by that. You could get a desert faith bonus, but I can't use that right now, so I'm probably not going to do that either. I'm going to go for Sacred Water. No, I'm not. I'm going to change my mind. I am going to go with the generic God of Craftsmen. It'll make this city's production go up by yet another hammer. So If we want to check which other Parthenons have gone, we can go into world religions. There aren't any yet. There are beliefs though, and the Iroquois and the Spanish have beliefs. Neither of which are ones I generally go for, and I certainly wouldn't have gone for a bonus in jungle because I don't have pretty much any jungle anywhere near me. Jungle tends to be in the tropicals and then tropics, so towards the middle of the map. There's a barb there, it's a barb archer, so I'm not going to worry too much about that. I'm going to take this out though before it starts spawning, because I'm going to have to get a worker at some point soon. I was actually going to go for the financial implications as well, but now there's a Spanish spearman there, so I'm going to temporarily fortify because the barb's made another unit. I'm going to ignore that right now. Archers are not very dangerous, especially when they're barbs. Barb archers are really weak, so I'm definitely not going to worry about that. I'll take this turn to attack because the other barb can't hit me because they only have a movement of 2. And it looks like the Spanish have moved away, so I don't have to worry about them poaching my kill anymore. I'm going to get shock 2. Generally speaking, it's quite good to get one of your units as a medic, but I'm not going to make this one the medic. I am also being flanked now, so my bonus towards attacking the barbs is going to be lower. But the city-state has happily taken that out for me, so that's pretty good. Actually, he took himself out, if you notice the puff of clouds there, which is quite amusing. Didn't quite kill him. I've left him on like 1, haven't I? That's annoying, but never mind. So we'll take that out and receive our 75 gold. Attacking uses up all your actions, so inevitably I can't do anything for the rest of the turn with that unit. That archer is being attacked by someone or something. And finally, Harold Bluetooth has decided to get writing. And he is quite close to Spain. And his land around him looks pretty pup. He has incense, which tends to be on horrible land. If you're very lucky, incense can sometimes be on plains, but usually it's on desert. Which means it's great, you've got a luxury good, but the tile itself that you end up having is horrible. Gonna have a quick drink of my drink. I didn't realise actually the archer was there, but luckily I heal more than it can do in terms of damage. So either someone else was going to kill it or it was going to do that and run away, so I wasn't too worried. There is a wonder that makes this desert quite useful, but unless the capital is where you have all your desert, it's almost impossible to get, because you don't have enough time to develop your city to utilise it. There's also a few tiles here that would benefit from it, but if you were to get Petra, you would definitely get it for here, because then that sheep would become incredibly good. Those hills would be brilliant. And floodplain tiles don't get the bonus of this wonder, so they don't benefit too much, but they're quite good tiles to begin with, so it's not a disaster either way. I'm thinking where I want to go now tech wise, and I'm thinking I don't usually do this, but I'm going to go for horseback riding for the simple reason that my unique unit is there, and I'm going to at least try and show you one of the unique units, because I can't show you the I think it's called the Droman, because I need to be in an ocean, and this is a Pangea map, so by default there aren't going to be massive oceans in in considerable play. It will just be around the edge of the island. But if you notice at the top, because that's ice, Dromans can't pass through there, so that makes naval units even more useless in this game. I think what I'm going to do is quickly scout down here though. I've finally built the Great Library, so that's brilliant. And I can get my free tech, which I've chosen is iron. And the reason for that is simple. Iron creates the strongest military units for a very long period of time in this game. And I found iron within my territory, and there's another one right nearby, so that's brilliant. I'm going to switch that for that, because that gives me an extra hammer. I don't really need to grow another tile, another population, but I will choose to. by switching that to that. That gives me a hammer less and 1 gold less, but an extra food. I intend to be really good to work, and I do want to quickly have a look around to check what's what, because if possible I want to prevent the opposition from getting too much iron. Antwerp will get some iron. Is there any iron over here? Doesn't look. Oh, some there. No, 6 iron there. There's 2 iron next to Mombasa, where the citrus is, so that's a good city location. There's 2 there. There's 2 there. There's quite a lot of iron on this map. Hopefully Isabella won't have too much iron here, because she already has gems and stone. Jones. Yeah, I've mixed the 2 words together, haven't I? Gems are, I would say, the best luxury resource as a tile. But now we have a choice. We can either try building the statue of Zeus. I'm probably not going to do that. It helps you against cities, attacking cities, but I don't really want that, and there's usually a big competition for it. I could get a granary, but unfortunately I think granaries only, they boost wheat, banana and deer, and I don't have any of that within the capital city. And I could go for a barracks, which will give my units experience off the bat. I'm not going to do either of those. I'm going to quickly, well, I say quickly, as quickly as possible, build a spear. And what I can do, I think now is the time to do it, is build a new city. And that means as a result I probably don't want to increase my population, so what I'm going to do is this to keep it at the population I'm currently at. You will see why I don't want it to grow any bigger right now. Settlers are very expensive, but they're a pain in the arse to build, so that is why I have bought it instead. So I now have a settler, and settlers can't defend themselves, so you do have to be very careful with them, which is why I am going to move this unit over here first to make sure that I'm safe. I may build there in the end, but I'm not going to do it immediately. I could go up there if I wanted horses, which I'll need for my unique unit, but I'm going to go down here and seal this off. The question is, which tile do I go for? Because if I go there I can collect the iron in the end, and there is quite a lot of production around here. The only reason I'm tempted not to do that is because if I can get Petra here, which is a global wonder later on, that would be a really good tile, and it'd be a waste to put a city there. 1, 2, 3, 4. I could put it 5 there, and that would mean I get a lot of tiles, but I could also put it a bit. Ooh, it's a tough one. It's a toughie. It would depend on what's down here. So I'm going to quickly check down there the situation. Because I'm on a hill, I've got good vision, so it's not like I'm leaving it there to be killed. And barbarians will never produce like horse units. There's a city-state there. There's a very specific way where you will see barbarian mounted units, but they're not produced by encampments. I'll give that much away. So Manila is there, and somehow I never saw them despite them being right on my doorstep. And that does change things quite a lot, because, well, I've got to be 4 tiles away from Manila. So I have a few choices now. I could go 1, 2, 3, 4 would be the hill tile, the 2 production, 1 gold next to the cotton, which I was thinking before. The reason why that would be quite good is because it's quite a good defensive location, but I wouldn't be making the most of Petra if I was to get Petra there. And if I was trying to make the most of Petra, I'd get the floodplain next to it, on the other side of the river. That would also give me the benefit of being able to build some of the wonders where you've got to be within 2 tiles of a mountain. I think that might be the best thing to do, and sacrifice getting access to that iron, because Manila will probably end up getting that, unless I put a city eventually sort of here maybe, or there. They could get it as well. So I'm going to put my city, I believe, on this side of the river. I think that's the best thing to do. Think being the key word. I could really do with getting a spear quite quickly just to defend that city. So I think I'm gonna place it here. So that is what I'm going to do. It's on a river, so that's good, and we're close to a mountain, so that's good too. It looks like there's not too much down here for me to collect, so I'll have a look up there next and see what's what. Start building a monument, please, and I'll put that down as the tile I want to work, because I want to get a population up. Notice how the happiness is now only 1, so as soon as Adrianople gets to population 2, I don't want to grow any more on either city. I presume that barbarian encampment is still there, so I'll have a look for that as well and probably take that out at the same time.
If you enjoyed the video you've just seen, please join my Facebook group and follow me on Twitter for the latest news.